Welcome back to the Banner Saga 2. So let's get the move on, essentially. We've got people to kill, places to go to. Ahead, Driftwood has collected, creating an impressive barrier for the longships. Alternatively, going ashore has its own risk from whatever might be lurking in the trees. Bank the ships and set all axemen to chopping. Once on land, you, Ivor, and anyone else with an axe starts hacking away at the wood blockage. Thudding sounds fill the air. Moments later, Ruga says, "Damn, we've got As dredge approach from the woods, you realize others will have to hold them off until you have cleared the driftwood. Alright. This should do. Alright. You hear the axemen cheer as the blockage of the wood breaks up and disappears down the river, but the dredge have regrouped. One of them looks especially menacing. The fighters around you are tired, but you could buy everyone else enough time to safely board the ship. So continue to stand your ground with those around you. Oh boy. Not the most ideal battle I've been in, but I will have... The thing is, the best people I have, Ivor, Rook, Hakon, they're all axemen, so they were busy. I wouldn't leveled up. Either way, I could have gone away, lost some people. Some of our people are injured. We might make it down this river to the capital without any more trouble. Look at Ivor, surprised by his optimism. And I might sprout wings and start flying. Would that make up for your missing arm? Hey, I get to make jokes about losing my arm, not you. I suppose that's fair. So what are you worried about now? I think you should make use of this trainer and his tent that we haul around everywhere. Because no one bothers with the tent. I mean, who cares? You've led fighters in battle before, but there's always more to learn, so let's bank the ships and challenge your skills a bit. I went. You watch for a moment as I went. Juno's apprentice and the mender found nearly dead as Richhorn moves his staff in a complex pattern, repairing some armor. Not a bad festival trick, right? I've seen worse, and I've seen better, like yours back in Borsgard with stopping Bellower. We saved quite a few, didn't we? Indeed, and everyone knows how much it cost you. No one expects you to get over it anytime soon. But they expect me to lead like a lead, didn't I? Might sound cold, but the two things, grief and duty, can be separated. You sound like you have experience. More like plenty of mistakes to look back on, part of becoming a mender. Any advice on separating the two? Focus on what you have to do on all times. When you're not focused on guiding the caravan to safety, focus on forgiving yourself. He notices your silence. Rook, without you, these people won't make it. They must survive. But what's important about these people? None of us know what's coming. These people are the only ones we know we can save right now. It's that simple. Iwan picks up the repaired armor, hitting it with his staff. Test it. I'm glad we could talk, but I need to check on the fighter who was wearing this. So, some training. Well, come back, huh? After a quick assessment, he says, yep, looks like you could stand to learn a few things. I've got 5 challenges for you, and if you can finish them all before we get to Arberang, well, I'll let everyone know you've impressed me. Ha! Sven's laughter is full of phlegm. Let's start with a few of the basics. You think about what he's saying. You're up for a challenge? Sure, and we begin. So, some of the more intricate stuff in battles. Shield wall. You do this by moving a raider to an ally. If your archer is stationary and then enemies are no damage, kill them. Use heavy impact to damage 3 enemies at the same time. So, let's move that guy. That's the shield wall. No point. They did too much damage to Hakon. So, yeah, I needed to get 3 of them. I thought I would, but I was wrong. Alright, that's the first challenge. Sven's little challenges. He gave you 0 renown. There's more stuff to do though. I'm gonna do all of them. What can you show me? Plenty. That one was easy. Okay, so he won't show me anything more. So we just fought a massive battle and we got a bunch of renown from the training. So, some supplies, some fighters. A crowd begins to cheer from one of the longships as man struggles with his fishing net as his catch nears the surface and voice concern. You're close enough to make out a large shape someone looks like fur or hair in the net. Fire an arrow into the mask. Probably would have been better suited. Are you gonna eat the bear? Keep your kids by your side. We're at war until our run. Yeah, losing morale every day. They might resupply us for our trouble. When the ships land, you and a few others rush towards the smoke, but the closer you get, the stranger the situation. There's no sounds of battle as people are panicking to put out fire. Push on the village to investigate. Barn is the only thing burning. No one's around. Unusual, at least. Some kind of trick. Not sure, but let's look for supplies where we live here. Okay. I will not accept that. Ignore the village and head downriver. Ruga looks impressed. Oh yeah, of course he is. He's a scheming son of a bitch. A good place for clansmen to stretch their legs and gather supplies. Once on land, the children laugh while they kick around leather-wrapped balls of rags. You will notice Varl on the edge of the clearing, silently staring in the woods. He's watching a lone dredge giant stalk a squirrel. Might be 100 of them in the woods. The Varl's whisper is still on enough to the squirrel and alert the grunt. It looks at you and the Varl before slowly backing up. Watch the dredge, track it if possible. Fight your fear and take the statue. Each steps towards the statue. Okay.
Carved rock on a vacant island. Aselai's godstone almost looks lonely.
She's even more beautiful than the songs maker. Nice statue. You generally can reload before if you're still in a decision, you can reload. The clansmen in Varl are admiring the godstone when you notice some are missing. It's Bulveric and his ravens. They look rather upset by my musing and all this singing. Shrugs. If they'd rather hang around that large cart instead of joining us, I won't take it personally. But come closer, let me introduce you to Asalay, the god of streaming waters. She is the curves of every river, a guide for those us traveling on familiar lands. The skald runs a finger over small etchings in the stone. Inscriptions from all those who were lost, but found a way back home with her help. Search around the stone for anything of value. Okay, I get the point. Listen to more of his tales. Some say her stone shows the struggle of leaving the familiar to see what's over the next hill. It looks at the ropes tied around parts of her and smiles. Before the gods died, her stone supposedly stood still and moved a few steps each year, so people are always trying to make sure she stays put. Oh, looks at you, grinning. Have you the strength to hold her as a gift? To hold her, or a gift with which to entice her? Pull on one of the stronger ropes. You wrap your hands around one of the larger ropes and begin to pull. It feels as pointless as expected. Suddenly you're joined by Hakon and Avar, who lend their great strength. Ladders quickly join in, the rope snaps and everyone sprawls into a laughing heap. You return to where the clansmen have set up camp and see someone, a woman, turn ropes, slip from your tent. She blends in with the other families, and after making sure nothing is missed, you let it go. We need protection. 100 new fighters. We've got enough food to last us a day and a half. Make it happen. The two Varl look in deep in conversation, but Ivar catches your eye and waves you over. So they've all armed themselves and are running from something, but what? Hakon's becoming a dredge scholar, trying to understand the motivations of our enemy. It's just strange that we've never seen their women fight until recently. Good thing too, we might have lost the Great Wars. You think about what to say. What happened back then? A great deal of killing on both sides. Imagine walking up to dredge attacks every night. Back then, the sun actually set. You'd wake up to a sound and see nothing but glowing eyes around you. Ingvar probably told you we never got close to pushing them back to the depths they call home. Actually, Ivar has never said much about the past. Oh, Ivar says nothing, just holds Hakon's gaze. Well, he's probably got more stories than you could hear in your short lifetime. Juno says there's a darkness coming. But what Valkas say and mean aren't always the same. They speak in riddles and prophecy. Still, it might explain why the dredge are everywhere, like someone kicked an anthill. Maybe whatever's coming hit them first. Or maybe it's just a new tactic for a new war. If they run to crack the ground and call a giant serpent, then we're all dead and just don't know it yet. It's true though. If that's their serpent, we're fucked. Has anyone ever talked to the dredge? Both Varl look at each other. There are rumors that some have tried and been killed in the process. A lot of nonsense. Scald tales about the sound of a dredge voice make your skin fall off. So there's been no communication with the enemy. Is that normal? We're too busy killing to worry about the fireside chat. Besides, they only ever make warbling sounds. I guess if anyone has talked to them, it would be the Valka, but good luck getting them to give you a straight answer. I'll leave you to figure out the big issues. You should know the clansmen have been talking about us killing women, children, dredge or not. It's not sitting well with everyone, which is probably the way it should be. I'd say if it's us or them, we make sure we're still standing. I'm bothered more by their decision to destroy Innertroff's bridge. I go, Hakon. It was the best decision at the time. To collapse a bridge that cost thousands of our lives to build. If it weren't for your damn horns, Ingvar, I'd swear you were an overgrown human. The two giants began trading insults and you step away, letting them vent. Right, Costin, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.